Welcome everyone to the Traders Market Intelligence Report brought to you by WealthBuildersHQ.com. This update is for Monday, the 25th of March, 2024. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope it was a good trading day for you. Let's go ahead and jump in, keeping in mind that everything we look at is for education. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. I want to start off with our economic reports. We got good feedback from you guys last week on this, so I think we're going to stick with it. So Monday, new home sales, it's okay, but it is a 10 a.m. report, so the market's open. Be careful in the trade. We've got durable goods, the S&P composite, that's okay. Consumer confidence, that's a big one for the Fed. Also comes out when the market's open, 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So, and the Richmond Manufacturing Index at the same time, I'm not as concerned about that. Right, FOMC member Waller speaks. There's a lot of looky-loos right now on what the Fed is saying, trying to keep up with it. So I'd be careful around Waller. Right now, that's coming out 6 p.m., so I guess we're okay. I thought it was 12 p.m. Unemployment, final GDP, QQ, quarter over quarter, that's at 8:30, so pre-market. 9:45, the PMI, Purchasing Manager Index, that's a decent-sized report. Pending home sales, revised consumer sentiment, both big reports on Thursday, big opportunities there. And again, market's open for, I'm talking about opportunity for movement. 8:30 is, Friday is the Consumer Price Index, the PCE, and then, which is Core Price Index. And then the Fed, Powell, speaks at 11:30 on Friday. So big reports, big talks, so we got to be careful around those time frames, all right? We'll see what happens with it. So as we look at the S&P 500 here, I've got an orange bar drawn on the screen. I'm going to really bring this in so we can get a better view of it, okay? I've got this orange bar drawn on the screen. That was Monday. So our last update where we did this was on Friday's close right back here. We gapped up Monday. So we went from a bullish neutral bias into a bullish bias all in one fell swoop. We gave a lot of it back, but the gap held. We did not fill the gap. We came close to the fib line and the 8 moving average, which was a great confluence. And then what happened? You know, and well, actually the way we really need to do this is we need to back this up and get rid of that next day first. So if we look, I want you to see there is a pure confluence right at that fib line with the 8 moving average. So, and this was on Monday. As we go into Tuesday, right, you got to remember that 8 moving average was not where it is right now on the screen. It started right at the fib line. All right, so I'm going to bring this current now just so we can see it all again. So we had a great confluence there. We gapped down a little bit. We retested. We bounced. Magnifique. It's like Picasso and Magellan and all of these great philosophers and artists and thinkers came together at that one spot and said, ta-da, perfection is here, right? You can't get a better setup than that. Great on the SPY as well, right? We had a good close to the upside there. Not quite the highest high, but we got close, right? That was our highest high back here. And then on Wednesday, boom, we just exploded right through. We went right through it. We went through the recent high. We went through the 100-point level. We went through the next fib line. All of it, just we blew right through that sucker. Gone. Okay? Thursday, we gapped up, pulled back a little bit. Friday, profit taking. Not surprised. Okay? Not surprised whatsoever. So there you have it, the S&P 500. So what are we looking at? Well, actually, let's look at the VIX first before we go into next week. You know, we're sitting at 1306. We're a little bit higher than we were. We were like 1284 the other day. I don't really care. 12, 13, 15. We're so low, it really makes no difference, right? So low VIX is really keeping prices down. What am I looking for this week? All right, well, first off, we can get rid of this recent swing high because that ain't it anymore. We need to draw a new one in there, and that's right here, right? That's our new recent swing high. I'm going to scrunch down just a little to expose that 52.84. If I go ahead and back up a little bit so we can see what we're looking at there, this is the negative 618. So we don't really have a great place to redraw with all of this stair-stepping going on. And there, I mean, it's just lots of it, right? Great pattern, difficult to draw new fibs on, though. That's the only bad thing about the pattern that we are living with today, okay? So, again, not surprised to see the pullback. What do I want to see happen next week? It would be rare for us to get a confluence unless it took us 2 or 3 days to get down to that negative 618. If it did, our 8 moving average will be much closer and we'll have confluence there. If it doesn't, and we get the bounce off the 52.1942, ka-ching, I'm liking that completely. I'm not worried about that at all, right? Take the bounce, and we're going to have 52.61 and 52.84 as our top. My ultimate goal of where I see the S&P 500 going is this brown line right here, which is 54.73. That is a fib line. It's a midpoint on our fib lines. Not part of the Fibonacci we drew. It's on the Fibonacci number series. Do the 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 plus 1 is 3, and then 5, and then 8, and then 13, and 21. That number series, that 54.73 is one of the midpoints between two of the fib lines, right? That also gives us a 100% stack on top of the initial fib move that we made. This move in here, this move right there, if we run all the way up to this brown line, or that -1, that 100%, we have another stack. We literally took the entire fib, stacked it on top of the fib, and we had a new level of where we go. So I think that 54.80-ish level, 75-ish level is going to be our next upside target. If we break to the downside this week, we're going to have that 5,200 as a support. We actually can get rid of that blue zone there as well. We don't have a need for that. So we're going to have that 5,200 along with our 8 moving average. And then from there, it takes us down into a bullish neutral bias at 51.38 all over again. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all on the next update. Bye for now.